Hey everyone, welcome to another Pioneer video here on Magic Arena. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and if you're able to, contribute to the coffee account, which is in the description. Do appreciate the support. So today we are running some Reanimator, so some Dimir Reanimator, which is based around Abhorrent Oculus, which is a kind of premium reanimation target in the format, the 5/5 flying for 3 that lets you, at the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, manifest Dread. So we have No One Left Behind, which is a 2-mana reanimation spell when it targets a creature with mana value 3 or less. It's not quite as efficient as Helping Hand, but we're not running white, so it is our kind of best option for reanimation. We've also got Aggro Awakening, so a couple of ways of getting it onto the battlefield from the graveyard, and then you can obviously hard cast it as well if we've built up sufficient cards in our graveyard. So running a couple of new Final Fantasy cards. So we got Cecil, which is becoming a bit of a mainstay in a lot of the black decks that we're running. Just a very good, aggressive early card. This one more to kind of hold off the ground in the early game while we kind of set up. We're also running Emet-Selch, Unsundered, which is a 3-mana 2/4 with Vigilance. When it enters or attacks, draw a card, then discard a card. Good way of filling up the graveyard. And at the beginning of your upkeep, if there are 14 or more cards in your graveyard, you can transform it into Hades, Sorcerer of Eld, 6/6 with Vigilance, and during your turn you may play cards from your graveyard. So yeah, potentially pretty powerful in the late game if we ever get 14 or more cards in our graveyard, which in a deck like this is certainly possible when we're filling it up with things like Picklock Prankster, Evangel, all of the other things that let us put cards into our graveyard. But yeah, our main strategy is the Oculus strategy, but with some fun synergy built around that. Yeah, and then just the rest of the deck. Early interaction, as you'd expect from a black deck. We've got Thoughtseize, Duress, Fatal Push, some counter spells with Spell Pierce, some more interaction, and then, yeah, Unstoppable Slasher, another good reanimation target, but also kind of reanimates itself, and is pretty hard for the opponent to deal with, and can sometimes close out the game pretty quickly by itself. In terms of the mana base, we've got 23 lands, including Aggro, a fair number of tap lands, which will slow us down a bit, but the Undercity Sewers and the Restless Reef both synergize with a strategy that's looking to get cards into the graveyard, so they're probably worth it most of the time. Then some Takenuma again, similarly does a similar sort of thing. A couple more utility lands, some basic lands, and a Field of Ruin. In the sideboard, so we got some more counter spells, Annul, Mystical Dispute, some Graveyard Hate with Cling to Dust, Graveyard Trespasser, so some pretty targeted Graveyard Hate as we do want to leave our own graveyard alone. Damping Sphere. Yeah, Damping Sphere is an interesting one. I don't feel like I've had to bring it in a lot recently, but then, if we do come across Phoenix or anything like that, then it is always worth a look. Path of Peril, Extinction Event as mass removal, and then a couple of Shield Drids as well, which does kind of break the theme of mana value 3 or less, but it is such a good card and a good way of both combating aggro decks and those decks which are looking to draw lots of cards. It's just a good sideboard option. So yeah, Reanimator. Good in multiple formats. Let's see if it's good in Pioneer. So that's the deck. So thank you very much for watching, and let's take it on to the ladder. Yeah, this sounds alright. It's okay, so the opponent's on mono red. So I think we'll start with Duress and then decide whether we want Thoughtseize later. So we'll take out the Ember Heart now. Oh yes. We got some decent removal options here. Okay, so I think let's just let's get rid of this now before it becomes a bigger creature. Okay, so I'm going to get Soak and Zand. Yep. Nothing in the graveyard, huh? So I think I picklock Prankster and hope they try and kill it. Fatal Push the other one. Nope. Nothing going on there, unfortunately. That Screaming Nemesis was a massive problem. So, how do we deal with what the opponent's doing? I think put in Shieldred, Extinction Event, Path of Peril. Take out Thoughtseize. Probably one Oculus as well. Yeah, that seems fine. Yep, fine. Show me your hand. Okay, they've got the perfect 1, 2, 3 again. Swing and a miss. We'll get Unstoppable Slasher down. Oh, Neurobrask's Forge, eh? Interesting. Yeah, I'll take this trade. Because this comes back. Ooh, I can grab an Oculus out the bin here, which is pretty good. Why would you do that to me, deck? So that's an easy block. We'll take the 3 from the Nemesis. Gotta start attacking their life total at some point. So that's 8 cards in graveyard. I do need some sort of answer for this Nemesis. Now I need 2 answers for some sort of nemesis. Okay, so we'll block here and take the damage for now. Although our life total is looking a little rough. Okay, well, if I can get something off the battlefield, that does at least give me the option of... Bitter Triumph is not great when I'm losing life as a result, so I think I'll actually keep the push. And these pranksters are things that can block a nemesis for a turn. And I only take some damage. Obviously, if they have a monstrous rage, I'm dead anyway, but, you know. I feel like the play, if they have monstrous rage, is just to swing out, so the fact they haven't done that yet makes me think they don't. Okay, well, I think it's a fairly obvious solution. Not like that. Let me just wait and see. Okay. So I take 2, but they are dead on board, very dead on board. Have they got like a double burst lightning? But they're not rushing to cast anything. So I go to 4. I don't know why this is taking quite as long as it is. If you've got the thing, you've got the thing. Okay, well, that gets me to 3, so 1 burst lightning still doesn't do it. Nope, cool, okay. Well, they thought about it for a while. Do I want to cling to dust just for a bit of incidental life gain? I suppose Trespasser kind of does the same thing. Yeah, let's put Trespasser in. Trim a no one left behind. And an extinction event. Maybe trim a Cecil as well. in exchange for a Cling to Dust. It's just an easy 3 life, which could be significant. Okay, now we have to face the music on the draw. It's pretty life intensive, but it's a good hand. Okay, that's better. So, play Evangel. Stick Oculus in the bin. Pass the turn. Now, what do they want to do? This Field of Ruin eventually sniping that Mutavault is not the worst thing. Okay. So they've got Monstrous Rage. So I definitely want their land dead. And I think I'll just leave the Heartfire hero for now. Fine. This is actually not terrible because it lets me flip Cecil now. And get back an Oculus. So now I've got the lifelink. Well, I mean, we might as well. I go to 12. I'll play Unstoppable Slasher, hold up Fatal Push. Get another Oculus trigger. They might play something like a Screaming Nemesis here, which is actually not the end of the world. Yeah, Manifold Mouse is pretty good, but I am going to Fatal Push the Heartfire hero out from under it. Yeah, so I'll push that. They can do me 3 damage, but that's almost certainly not enough. Cool, okay. Mono red, sucks to be you. Ooh, that's not a good one. This is slightly better. I'll ditch 1 Prankster, I think. Another aggro deck, eh? Okay. Well, let's start with Cecil, because he's a good answer to Heartfire Hero in all its forms. Innkeeper's Talent. Sure thing. Well, your Heartfire hero is dead now. What does this do again? Permanents you control with counters on them have ward. Fine. Okay, that's pretty good. That's very good. Annoying. Annoyingly good. So let's flip Cecil. Play Emet-Selch. Yeah, Thoughtseize doesn't feel very good in this situation. Is this a no blocks kind of situation? I think it is. They kill me, they kill me. They've always got it. Yeah, okay, the opponent had a god draw. That's fine. What flavour of aggro deck shall we play today? Okay, so Path of Peril, Shieldred, Cling to Dust, Graveyard Trespasser, probably one Extinction Event. And we'll ditch the Thoughtseizes. One each of these. And probably a Bitter Triumph as well. Cool, cool. Is this a keep? I think the Death Touch means it probably is. Nah, give me a removal spell. Fatal Push off the top. What are you doing here? Get in the graveyard where you belong. I see the opponent's done this before. Scavenging Ooze. What a world. Okay. I think this is worth the 2 life to duress. Yep, take the self-destruct right now. Yeah, then we'll fire off another slasher. Start offering trades. Ooh, that's pretty spicy on your life total there, pal. Minty's a good draw. And a 2 monstrous rages. That's fun. Interesting. Shieldred. Yeah, a bit too late in the game for that, unfortunately. So let's stick that in the graveyard, because then at least I've got some life gain off Slasher. Of Trespasser, rather. So yeah, we'll play a Trespasser. Eat my own Shieldred, gain a life. Then am I willing to attack? No, let's just chill. Interesting they didn't want their druid. I mean, seeing what they're drawing does make life a little bit simpler. So yeah, let's block and block. We know that both our creatures will die, but they'll come back. They can ooze them away. Well, that means they can't play the Challenger, which is something. Ooh, and a Fatal Push. Okay, that's a decent draw. So let's push away the Scavenging Ooze. And double chomp their graveyard. Then double chomp it again. Cool, okay. Well, we're holding our own against these aggro decks. They are mighty annoying. See, I feel like Path of Peril would be good here if I ever drew it. So let's trim one Cecil. Pop back in Bitter Triumph, just because it is an answer in a pinch to their more threatening stuff. This feels like a bad hand. No way of getting Oculus into the graveyard. Okay, this is better. So, let's pop back. Probably... Let's get rid of Slasher, actually. I think one Death Touch creature is sufficient for the time being. I do need some way of getting Oculus back again, but... Details. Okay, Fatal Push off the top is pretty good. Do need another land. Am I willing to trade here for Cecil? I think I probably am. So I do take a fair amount of damage, but... I kind of want another land. I don't think I can let Inti live a turn, unfortunately, so... Just hope they try and play a non-creature spell. Nope, Screaming Nemesis instead. 3 cards in graveyard. It's quite annoying on a number of levels, actually. So down to 15. I've got a Spell Pierce. So I'll go to 9. Okay, that can die. Fatal Push versus Trespasser. I think I'll do Trespasser things here. So I go to 10. Let's attack with 1 Evangel. Could absolutely murder another land. Screaming Nemesis again. Yeah, I think I've got to take the damage here, unfortunately. Can I even afford to? I kind of have to. Okay, Bitter Triumph gives me an answer to their Nemesis. At least one of them. So I'll attack. Chow down on that. Now I can flip it into a Graveyard Glutton. I mean, I can't block. This thing just makes blocking impossible. Yeah, because so I can kill that. Yep. Nope. Oh, that's really annoying. Stupid cards. It really is, like, really stupid card design, those cards. Ah, well. Maybe not an aggro deck now. Who's to say? Forsaken Miner, huh? Okay. Another Picklock Prankster. Well, we'll have plenty of stuff in. Plenty of stuff from our graveyard. I don't think this is worth Fatal Pushing. See what they play now. Okay, so they're on some sort of... Yeah, they're on a very sacrifice-heavy deck, so I'll get rid of one of their miners. Okay, Oculus can potentially come down pretty soon with a hand like this. Am I about to get Sephiroth? No, a Harvester. Okay, well, this feels pretty aggro. Okay, let's play an Unstop. How many cards have I got in my graveyard? 4. Maybe actually this is better. Prankster. Just chill for a turn. Then if this dies, I can Oculus. Yeah, I'll take the trade. That goes to the graveyard. Another Harvester. Lack of land's a bit of a problem, but at least I can Oculus this turn. Good, well that's not blood they're using against my creatures. Still no land, huh? Okay, in which case I'll attack with Oculus, play Emet-Selch, discard a Prankster. That's where all my land's going, in my graveyard. Okay, Priest is pretty good for affecting our life total, but so I think I probably want to go hunting for an answer to that, which we have found. So push the Priest. Play Cecil. Manifest Dread again. Now our board's wide enough that we'll probably be fine. Yep. Okay, so Rakdos sacrifice from our opponent, I think, kind of demands an extinction event as a mass removal spell. Graveyard Trespasser as well, Cling to Dust. And then Spell Pierce less good. Duress I think can go as well. Da-da-dum. Let's get rid of Emet-Selch. Just focus it on our main things. They don't really... Oculus I think is a bit of a problem for them, so the sooner we can get that into play the better. Yeah, I would prefer not to be on the draw with this hand, but it is our lot in life. Oh, look, another Thoughtseize. You're no use to me. Right, let's grab that Fatal Push. Interesting. Okay, well, let's kill the Priest while we can. Then if they do want to sack both their other creatures... No, I didn't think they would somehow. Now, okay, I will Thoughtseize them. Double redraw with Fable. It's always what you want to see as an opponent. Yeah, I think that's probably the right move, but I can pretty effectively stonewall them now. So I'll play a Trespasser. Let's eat their Priest. My life total is not the highest, though. Yeah, I think I'll need to kill their token in response. Let's get 2 creatures into play. Hope they just whiff for a turn, you know, draw a land or something, like normal people do. Okay, don't mind that too much. So they copy again, I do 3 blocks. I go to 3-1, Cecil flips. Okay, that's quite annoying. Oculus, however, is very good. Don't think I'm going to attack. I still need all of my blockers, I think. Can't be messing around in this kind of situation, so I'll attack for 1. Play Oculus. 1, 2, 3, 6. Yeah, I think it's still the right thing for the opponent to do. Probably will struggle to get through my wall now. Yikes. Well, that's a pretty good top deck opponent. Yeah, my life total's looking pretty dodgy right about now. Just another unstoppable slasher. Doesn't feel great in this situation, to be honest. They can pretty effectively kill me if they choose to do so here. Just by attacking. Yep, that'll do it. Okay. Yeah, that Sephiroth was pretty clutch. So I want the other Path of Peril. Then I'll probably just trim a Thoughtseize on the play. I think turn 1 Cecil is better than turn 1 Thoughtseize here. None of their turn 1 plays are particularly interesting. Yep, don't really care what they do to my hand in this situation. I'm not sure that's a great move, to be honest. Kind of makes it easier for me to just bring it back again. Yeah, I'll take that Fable. Good. Nah, go for it. Yeah, alright. Fortunately, I've got a pretty good follow-up. Just to immediately play an Abhorrent Oculus. Well, they're certainly top-decking, aren't they? If nothing else, they are definitely drawing cards from the top of their library, which are pretty good. Where's the old Oculus into Oculus thing? Why can't that ever happen to me? Okay, there's a Sephiroth as well. And those insects have flying. Don't think he's going to be able to do it the 4 times. No, okay. Well, let's cling, drawing a card. And we'll free the Fae. Extinction event on odd is actually not bad. I don't like losing my Oculus, but I think it might be our best option here. Don't have any good... Well, I could grab a Fatal Push, but then how do I get Sephiroth off the board if they don't... I mean, eventually they got to kill some of their stuff, haven't they? So yeah, and actually I've lost something this turn, haven't I? So that's even easier. Fine. My thought processes were wiles there, but I got to the right answer, I think. Right, show me your hand. It better be good. It is not. Oculus. Boo. Okay, that's good, but not Sephiroth good. So we've got a 2-turn clock. Do your worst, OP. Oof. Wow, that was stressful. Close game. Like what the opponent was doing. We just had a little bit more going on. Ooh, cards. Okay, let's see what we get out of these Tarkia packs. Actually, another Mythic Wildcard is never a bad thing. The Sibsig Ceremony. There is a combo deck with that involving the Asarak Lich thing, but I have not yet summoned up the energy to actually try and use it. And another Mythic Wildcard. Ooh, it's all coming up Mythic today. So yeah, that was Dimir Reanimator. Not bad at all. I think suffered a little by having some unlucky draws against a couple of aggro decks. Although we did win the first match against aggro, to be fair, that was very close. Yeah, no, decent performance all round. Probably needs tuning a little. Some of the cards felt better than others. Maybe this isn't the right build for a Cecil. Maybe this could be a better interactive spell. Emet-Selch felt a bit underpowered as well. Yeah, 14 cards is a lot. But no, it's an interesting one. But yeah, worth paying attention to. But yeah, interesting deck. Glad we tried it out. Not bad, not bad. So yeah, here's the deck list one more time. It's in the description as usual. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and contribute to the Coffee account if you can. I do appreciate the support when people do. And yeah, I'll see you next time.